Hello and good afternoon, dear friends. Welcome back to the Civil Match Forum and the final day. You might remember we started on Monday with networking in a focus, and then we had the yellow, which was more input based on Tuesday. Yesterday we had intense work on the project, and today it's the first day of the project, so it's performance day. And what we're going to do today is tell each other stories about our, I'm doubled somewhere. We tell each other stories about our projects. And actually our projects in itself are stories about the future, or about the tomorrow. And that's what we do with projects. We tell how this world could look like a little better. Some reason I'm double that, but that's no problem. And what is actually a project and what unites us? So we are all here project managers and future project managers. And what do we do with projects, or what are projects? I just want to give you maybe one little thought what that's uniting to all of us. I think we are all not 100% totally happy with what we have around. Now we are not in paradise yet, and we might never be in paradise, but this kind of brings us to, we see something where our society needs some help, needs some solidarity, and need a project. And the project is a story about the future. And what also unites is that we want to do something. We just don't analyze, this would be wonderful if somebody did. No, what unites us that we want to do something. And what is a project? So I come from linguistics, projecere, from Latin. So you throw something into the future. That's literally a project, and I think that's a good metaphor. So we stand here 2020, which is extremely challenging, and we don't want to remain here in this state all the time. So we already throw a wish. We make a wish to the future. We throw something somewhere and we hope that this someday will bring us a little closer to the future we want. So I'm happy that you are here to hear these stories of the projects, and that's going to happen in 21, hopefully. And we have built up, hopefully, here a network of like-minded people that want to do something. And some, or many of you, handed in videos and project ideas. Some of you, we want to present them to you, and some of them will even win a prize. And how exactly that works? Natya, please.
Good afternoon. Hello, Gamarjoba, everyone. And we also have quite celebrational mode. You see us also dressed up. This is a champagne mode for us. And we had 12 videos and we have 7 finalists. You can see all of their videos in Expo Zone. Maybe you already watched them. And you will see all of them, each of them on stage today. They will have 3 minutes to present their idea on stage live, and they will hear questions from jury as well. And for this, we will use stage chat. So jury has a questions, they will use this stage chat. And if you have questions, comments, want to encourage our finalists, please use event chat. And also please listen to the speeches very carefully. Also maybe ask questions or make comments, because we will have the pool open, which is for community winners. You can also vote for the finalists out of the 7 projects and also identify winner for you. This is pretty much about the logistics. We will give floor each of them for 3 minutes, and then either Julian or me will appear on screen and help them with the questions from jury. And maybe because I've mentioned many times already jury, we should invite them on stage as well to give them a floor to address our finalists and also everyone who participated in this little competition and sent their projects and pitches. What do you say, Julian?
Yes, that's a very good idea. So please, dear jury, reveal yourself. Who are you?
We have Katerina.
One jury member, 2 jury members, and there should be a 3rd one.
Yes, could be.
But nevertheless, so please, jury, you can have a word to our audience. How was the selection process? Was it tough? How was your morning? Alona or Katerina, you want to have the word? That means Katerina, please.
Yeah, it means me. Hi, everyone. It's the first time I'm staying on this stage, and I was, as all of you, one of the participants. Like, I was observing everything, and it was really great to see your faces and to hear how you communicate through each other and what ideas you brought to this forum. And I hope the forum highlighted your week, brought new perspectives, and I hope that new normal is not so scary now for you. So the process of evaluation was really tough from one perspective, because we had very strong pitches here, very strong actors and their ideas as well. But for another, it was so exciting for that. And now I'm sure that for further steps, you will even prepare better, and all these German or international grants will be easy for you to get from now. Alona, what are your experiences?
Julian was asking how was our morning, and I could say it was good because we were opening these videos, we were on call. We were first on Telegram chat with Katerina and Katarina, who will join us in a few seconds. We were exchanging some first impressions, and the first impressions were like, wow, those are very powerful ideas. Those are nice videos. Like those, this is like both form and content is good. We were positively surprised by the quality of ideas. I do not like this word quality in terms of ideas, but like we were like really positively surprised. Like it was really not about quantity what we got, but about quality, and this was very nice to see. And like we were also speaking that it's partially the result of your work yesterday and the day before yesterday, of all of the people who were staying with mentors for longer times, with sessions and so on. And it was visible on the project. So I would just encourage all of you to continue with that, to continue this learning process and this improvement process, because it's really visible. Yeah.
Very nice. Yeah, I'm happy to hear that there are fruits of all these 3 days of work visible, and good product. Just checking, Katarina, technical problems. Good. Okay, yeah, no problem. So the third one is Katharina Görig from the Goethe-Institut, also in the jury. So I repeat again, we have 2 different chats. The stage chat is used by these jury members, and they can have questions to our people that pitch. And the event chat is for you. You can also raise a question, and we'll try to moderate these questions after the pitches. And please make notes, because after all these 6 or 7 pitches, you will have this, so you as an audience or as a community have this, yeah, you have also to vote and go to, it's already on the poll, but please don't choose your candidate now, because you only have 1 vote. So what was your favorite project? And this who got the community award will also get a little, okay, not money, but another community present, which will hold you through some moments of pandemic times. So please make notes. And Natya, do you want to invite the first pitch on stage?
Definitely. Definitely, I would love to invite the first person, first finalist on stage, and this is Helena from Berlin. Helena, could you please join us on stage? Even though Helena has a colleague partner in this video. She will be today by herself. Hi, Helena.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you perfectly. So as soon as I disappear from the screen, you have 3 minutes in your hands, and please tell us about your project idea one more time. Go.
Thank you. How do we want to live together in the future? And what problems does the internet have from a feminist perspective? How can we use our imagination and our creative practices to fight for more gender equality on the internet, but also offline? Hello, everyone. My name is Helene, and I am an initiator of the Feminist Futures project. The idea of the project is quite simple. We want to gather diverse groups of people in workshops and discuss the current issues of the internet from a feminist perspective. And believe me, there are many problems. From unwanted dick pics on social media to stalking issues to sexist comments or the omnipresent surveillance capitalism. After the discussions, in a second step, the workshop participants are invited to get creative and to write or to draw their visions of a internet of the future in science fiction stories. The stories then get exhibited on our platform, that is feministfutures.net. In this way, fiction becomes a cultural, communal practice that enables political action. Because discussing issues and envisioning possible futures are the first but very important steps to develop strategies for societal change. So far, we have conducted more than 20 workshops in different countries like Germany, but also Tunisia. But since gender equality and technology are both topics that concern every country in the world, by now we would, of course, like to expand our community and to become more international. Thanks to Civil Match, we have found an amazing partner organization, which is the NGO STAN from Ukraine, who is very experienced in educational art projects and also fights for vulnerable groups. Together, I believe we have the infrastructure, the community, and the experience to bring feminist futures to a next level and to foster intercultural exchange. Feminist Futures is an open source, grassroots, participatory art project, and it is easily adaptable to the new normal, since workshops and creative writing sessions can as well be conducted online. And especially in times of crisis, it is important to discuss the present and to envision desirable futures. Therefore, it would be great for us to win the prize, to continue our work and to start a German-Ukrainian workshop series together with Stan in 2021. And yeah, you can go to our website, feministfutures.net, to get an impression. Thank you very much.
Sorry, I was late. You are wonderful on time, Helena, and thank you for this pitch. The people can, if they want, they can get more Helena. Go to Expo and also what your YouTube link here. But now it would be the opportunity to ask questions from the jury. They might have already prepared questions because they've seen your video. And I repeat, also in the event chat, everybody else can get a question. So feministfutures.net, they can watch more. And the question is from Katarina, how to achieve a long-lasting result by your project idea? How to make it sustainable?
Yes, I think our platform is the first way to make it more sustainable, because the stories that are written in the workshops do not just stay in the workshops, but actually get exhibited and get published online. And I think it's also quite sustainable because it's an open source project that can be used or conducted by anyone in the world who wants to do it. So you can just visit our website or email us, and you can do it in any place at any time. And in this way, we try to grow as a community and to make it a long-lasting and sustainable thing.
Very good. Does the COVID time or the new normal has any impact on you, on Feminist Futures? Do you feel any changes in your work?
Definitely, because we cannot meet people for workshops anymore, but we have already tried to do the workshop format online, which actually has some advantages, because we got to work with people from the US, from some African countries, and some people we would have never met just if we stay here in our little bubble in Berlin.
Cool.
And I also think that the internet infrastructure has become more and more important, and digital topics have become more and more important during the crisis. So I think it's quite important to discuss this.
Fiction and futures already now in hopefully in 21. If you want to know more, feministfuture.net. I thank you very, very much, Helene, for sharing this story with us here and throwing your project into 21. Last check event chat. No, there is no question. And from the jury also, just a thank you. Thank you, Helene.
Thank you so much.
Okay, and the next one is I invite Michele. First, oh, you're fast, wonderful. Michele, the floor is yours. You have also 3 minutes, and then Nadja will surprise you. And when Nadja comes on stage, that means you can slowly come to an end.
Okay.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Michele.
Good afternoon. My name is Michele from Nantes, France, and I'm the co-founder of Community Video Box Association. We make participatory video productions with local communities. And we just started a partnership with the Fendi Villa, an NGO active in the preservation of the cultural heritage in Georgia. And we want to work together with the local community about the history of repression from the tyrannical regimes of the Soviet republics. And our goal is to start a dialogue on the state of civil rights throughout Europe in our modern days, so Georgia, France, of course. And we want to ask ourselves, what treatment does power reserve for minority political dissent, and the legacy of this movement in these modern times. So we will start with the community in Georgia, Kobuleti, and we will use a series of workshops to use the memory of the victims of the social regime as a means to produce new content with the local community, something we can share and merge in a common story. And we will have to transmit a knowledge of storytelling, and we use different tools to meet the individual preferences of the members, but also to be able to lead the workshops online if something, maybe, don't want to name it, will force us to do it, will keep us in our separate countries. So we will use maybe more theatrical improvisation if we are in real life, more video making if we are separate, probably writing exercises. And we don't know what kind of narrative we will produce. We cannot tell, because it will be the community that tells us. It can be in the past, in the present, in the future. It will be fictional. And it will stress the importance of a choice from the characters, because this helps mirror the difference between points of view. So depending on our budget as well, we will shoot this story as professionally as we can, preferring to have the members of the community in front of the camera as actors rather than technicians. But if we are stuck in our respective countries or even home, of course, they will become the video makers of themselves with our help. And once we have this narrative, we will try to spread it online as largely as possible with partnerships with the Civil Rights Association, because the choice I was talking about, it's actually a question that we ask to the public, to the audience. The project is named Still Sitting There, and people will be at home sitting there watching our video, but in the end they will have to engage, because we will try to gather contents on the possible different choices, on what are the different points of view, and people will be able to write to us, maybe also shoot some videos. We will see how the project goes, and actually we would like to have this production have an open ending, because maybe the project can continue with the inputs of the audience, of the larger audience. So we'd like to have a third partner to be able to apply for the civil society cooperation. And we are looking so in Germany, and it will definitely put a new perspective, a different cultural perspective for sure, maybe some technical knowledge, and possibly as well some insight in civil rights, being able to spread our message. Thank you.
Thank you, Michaela, so much. And I should stress how important your idea is for the Georgian community, actually, because whatever you stressed, all these points, it's very, very important to deal with and discuss among society. So let me bring the questions from you from the jury. So there is one question. I would like to know who is the Georgian partner and how they share the responsibilities.
The responsibility is of course is crucial, because they will have to engage the community. They already actually lead projects on memories, commemoration that actually takes ideas that have already been put forward in other countries, placing plates, commemorating, and doing that with the community. So it's a spontaneous initiative. It's been done with the victim of the Holocaust in Germany, in Russia, and it's called now Last Address Georgia. And so there will be this part of the community, but we also want them to involve other parts of the community, because we want to start a dialogue, and we want it to be in the most diverse community possible. We actually want to see where are different points of view on civil rights, on the past, on the memories of Soviet regimes, and we want them to bring them together. So this is how they will act, for sure.
Thank you so much. Another question from jury for you. What strengths can France bring to this project? And do you plan to find more partners to launch this project? Maybe because you mentioned it's as a Europe-wide, so.
Yeah, yes. For sure, we would appreciate if we could find, maybe in time, other partners from Eastern Europe that could nourish the narrative, or initially just spread our production to engage people, to engage their community, start to respond in a narrative way, and maybe become also part of the project. But same thing in other countries of Europe as well, when maybe this kind of issues are felt, for example, towards the migrant communities, like where I live, and it's with the migrant communities that I actually lead the project of Community Video Box in Nantes. So this is how they will engage in the project.
Well, one more question for you, Michele. As you know, you need a German partner for FFO call-in program. Do you already have one? And if not, how do you plan to find one?
We already asked to many people in forum, if we had contacts, if they had suggestions, and we will definitely contact more people. Our partner in Georgia actually has potential partners, and we are thinking maybe boost our digital aspect to be able to make it interactive in a digital way, because we work a lot in a live way with interaction, but some knowledge of programming and of art, digital knowledge applied to the art would be, of course, a boost for us. So there is this artist that our partner in Georgia just forward to me, and who will definitely contact, of which I don't remember the name. It's a Story Loop. It's a project with which she's in Munich, and we will definitely contact her. And this is our first idea. This will be our first attempt, and we will be spending these 3 weeks. But any suggestion
Thank you, Michaela, so much. And I will remind our audience that your project idea, your pitch is also in the Expo Zone. And good luck with the prize and good luck with the FFO call. And I will say goodbye now to you and invite actually not one, but 3 people on this stage as I am notified, yes? So please, Alina, Ilshat, and Gevorg. We have Ilshat here. Hi.
Hi.
Gevorg.
Yo.
And Alina, 3 of us. Now 4 of us. So again, I will remind you, it's going to be more challenging, 3 minutes for the group. When Julian will appear on the screen, please conclude, wrap up your speech presentation and get ready for the questions. Good luck.
Thank you.
So we see the screen. You can start already.
All right. I thought we were waiting for Julian first, but he's appearing at the end. I'm so sorry. Okay.
No problem.
Okay, got it. Let me then just.
So Alina?
Yeah.
Can we have the team back again? Alina, Ilshat, Gevorg, we are waiting for you and for the project idea. Yep, Ilshat is back.
I think
Great.
some technical issues here because I was just kicked out of the session, although I started the video.
Oh, no, now you're here. I see you very well. So please share the presentation. And as soon as I turn off camera, floor is yours. You can start.
Although I started the video.
Oh, no, now you're here. I see you very well. So please share the presentation. And as soon as I turn off camera, floor is yours.
Imagine taking a train ride that will become a turning point in your life. A train that leads to new horizons of cultural green, inspiring, and empowering. This journey is real, and it starts on the cultural platform.
Hi everyone, I'm Alina from Swaya, Russia.
Hi everybody, I think we have again technical issues. Gev was just kicked out. My name is Ilshat. I'm also from Swaya, Russia, and we have an amazing team. We have also Gev from Garage Yerevan, and we have Maraika from Aitsona Daitsona from Georgia, who unfortunately couldn't join us today, but she's sending warm greetings. And we also have German partners cooperating with us that we just found 2 days ago. So we're still negotiating with them and discussing to start together this whole project. Thanks to Civil Match Platform, we came up with a very nice idea of creating a youth innovative international project, which is called Cultural Platform, which is basically a train ride from Armenia to Georgia. In this ride, the train transforms into classroom with workshops on media and theater, as well as project management and cross-cultural understanding sessions. And in the future, it has a potential to turn into a transcontinental project involving the Trans-Siberian Railway.
So our main goal is to empower youth by enhancing cross-cultural understanding through the means of art and theater and media, internet literacy skills. We would like also to open up prospects of their future. Yes.
Our target group is 25 young multipliers from Eastern Partnership countries, Germany and Russia, aged 18 to 23. The priority will be given to those from peripheral regions and to those who have no significant experience in international
get enhanced cross-cultural understanding skills by our participants, and we would like to get motivated young multipliers who will take the knowledge that they get in the program into their local neighborhoods. And we would like to have a digital diary that will be created by our participants during the program and published afterwards online, and of course numerous audience that will reach through our blogs and other social media during the whole program.
We split our project into two phases, online and offline, and during the online phase, we will start our workshops about media, theater, and project management using internet tools. And if Corona allows us, we will host the 10 days program in Georgia and Armenia in September 2021. And if not, we will create online cultural platform.
Our project corresponds to the following criteria of civil society. Our project corresponds to the following criteria of civil society cooperation: strengthening pluralism, discussion of values, and opening up prospects for the future. And the added value of is a green eco-awareness campaign, and plus the train itself is a green transportation.
Thank you, Dave. And I ask,
thank you.
Can you close your screen sharing?
Yeah, of course.
Stop your screen sharing.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. This already now feels like we are back to the old normal. That was a very new normal presentation, and I congratulate that you made this challenge as a team. So that was a team building pitch, and I thank you that although many technical difficulties, you managed to send us the information. So yes, please share with us how you're going to reach your target audience and how to broaden it. That's the first question from the jury. So you said 25 multipliers, please. Yes.
Well, sure. Well, we are going actively to cooperate with the local NGOs from the mentioned countries. Plus, as all our NGOs have very active social media, we are going to use social media platforms to reach our target audience. And this is another value for new normal, because we are going to use this internet technology and hybrid technologies.
Yeah, we would like also to give some kind of gender balance and country balance, because we're going to invite youth from different countries to make it more international within the within this participant community. But at the same time, we are going to meet at the localities, at the local stops. We would like to reach also local youth who cannot participate in the program, and connect them with our participants so that we can outreach live even more people there. And get to more people for whom this even like small thing, like one day of event, would be a very inspiring kind of maybe move at boosting their desire to in the future participate in the similar program as well.
Okay, thank you. I think the second question is also already answered. So who are the multipliers? Where do you get them from? If you want to very shortly comment on that, but actually you answered that.
Yeah, as we said, there's going to be priority given to people from the grassroots areas, from the peripheral areas, of course. But of course, other participants are not excluded. It's just the priority. As well as we would also try to give priority to people who haven't yet got experience in participating in the international programs. So that's like, this is going to be first like a really big step into this area.
Thank you. I'm very happy. I have to stop here. But I'm very happy that I remember Georg's presentation on the EduVan, and the EduVan converted now to train ride and an Edu train. I'm happy that you are here.
One small thing to comment on is just the video that we showed. Actually, those are the shots from the train project that we did in Russia. So we're like combining all those things together now.
Cool. that was also a teaser to go to the expo to see more about this project. And I gave actually Ilshad one more word because he dressed up. I love that. And thank you. I would invite you to leave the stage, to get on leave, and thank you to you. And I would like to invite you. I have invited Anastasia and Katerina, and we'll hear a project on simulation games. Katerina and Anastasia.
Yeah, hello.
Hello, Anastasia.
Yeah.
Oh, I see you're sitting in Stavropol. That's good.
Still here, yeah.
Okay.
Same
rules for you. You have 3 minutes, and then Nadia will come very pleasantly in, and the floor is yours.
Yeah, thank you. So now you can see my screen, right? Awesome. So, well, I'm presenting the German-Russian partnership project idea, simulation games for citizenship education in Stavropol region. The thing is that I was a participant of the simulation game that took place in our region in 2016. That time, I was really impressed by the methodology and how deep it was. And since then, I even tried to contact CRISP and tried to conduct the game that was called Krapova, but I didn't feel like I had enough knowledge and methodology. So this is the chance for us to cooperate, and I will tell you more about this chance. So the criteria we have chosen is opening up prospects for the future, and our target groups are librarians and activists from rural areas in Stavropol region. Participants of simulation games, original designed games, will be also from rural areas, like youth, elderly people, library visitors, even like educators, activists, teachers, and so on. And there will be also a dissemination webinar for Russian-speaking educators. And as for outcomes, we expect not less than 1,000 people to participate in the project on different levels. And there will be not less than 3 simulation games designed. And we're going to have not less than 25 online and offline events happening during the project. And project, we think of some sustainable ways of conducting them, and if you're interested, I will tell more about it in the very end of our presentation. And about steps, we want to start in May 2021 and finish in February 2022. First, our team of Bureau Initiatives in Russia learns the methodology. Then our team conducts the simulation game for participants. There will be 30 of them, 15 of librarians, 15 of activists. And then, together with CRISP, our organization supports participants remotely with their game design. Then test it, and afterwards, after testing and realizing some things that needs to be adjusted, we have the consultancy of CRISP. We adjust things, and then we conduct the adjusted games at the final seminar, where we also plan the future of our cross-sectoral network. And that's basically it. And in the end, we have this dissemination of results, webinar, or maybe some workshops, offline workshops at forums or whatever. That's basically it. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much, Nadia, for the presentation. I would just add some visual stuff, so you can imagine the simulation games as a kind of political laboratory where you look at the socio-political processes in a kind of simplified manner and try out different decisions and see how they could work out in the simulated reality. Vote for our project. It's number 5.
Yeah,
Thank you, Anastasia. Thank you, Katerina. I once was actually a participant of the simulation game, and it's very fun. You have a question from jury. Thank you for involving librarians. Katerina says, and this is a very interesting target group, but why did you target them?
Librarians. Well, I discovered this target group a couple of years ago. We started with some simple cooperation, but since then we started to do some common projects and to give librarians new methodologies, new methods for their work, because like they have huge resources there in libraries. For instance, like in Stavropol region, we have 600 libraries, and in the library which is not far from me, my main partner, they have 35 people working there. It's actually like they have to work with youth because they are youth library, but they do not have methodology to work with youth. When I visit their events, I see people that are, I don't know, like over 40, over 50. There are not many young people there because they do not have a clue how to interact them. That's why we came there with our organization, and we started to cooperate them, to give them new methodologies so they can reach the youth, which is their target group. And it works actually. And I would say that librarians are very reliable partners. They are very motivated and they want to develop, to self-develop professionally. Yeah.
Thank you so much. I see that there are no more questions, so you well explained everything. So I will say goodbye and remind everyone that your video is in Expo Zone as well if they want to hear it again. Thank you very much. Good luck with the prize and a control call, of course. Goodbye. And I'm inviting on stage Ghana, who will talk about human rights, legal psychological training for representatives of civil society from Ukraine, Russia, and Belarus. Ghana, could you please join me on stage? Ghana. Okay, Ghana will be here in a couple of seconds, I guess. Meanwhile, I will remind you. Okay, yep, he's here. She's here. Hi, so you have 3 minutes again, and do you hear me okay? Do you hear me? I can't hear you. Okay, maybe try to remove headphones. Maybe we can hear you better. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, just nod. Okay. This is our new normal. So maybe try to refresh or take out headphones. Maybe you can, then we can hear you better. So, any news, Ghana? Yeah. Okay, maybe we can bring Ghana back a bit later when she will figure out this technical problem. And I will invite now Ashley Samadova. Ashley will talk about digital solidarity for social change. Am I right?
Hello, yes.
Yes, perfect.
Just 1 second. Hi, I just want to say, to check, do you see my screen?
Yes, I see your screen. Again, you have 3 minutes. I disappear now. I will disappear from the screen. As soon as I'm gone, you can start explaining your project. Good luck.
So hello, I represent Ardino 6 art platform from Baku and will speak about digital solidarity for social change, a project resulted from our match with Stuttgart-based Academy Schloss Solitude during the first iteration of Civil Match. It also involves our partners from Ukraine, Izolatia and Kultura Medialna. Although we live in times of uncertainty, we wish to continue to develop and maintain sustainable professional relations and shared experiences both with our local communities and across national borders. Excuse me, I'm sorry, my presentation was not, excuse me. Could I have extra minutes if possible?
Presentation, it goes on, so just keep
okay, thank you. So we cannot travel in present circumstances, and but we can still meet new people, learn from each other, partner and collaborate. Our project aims at creating cultural hub to share the knowledge and experiences and move towards collaborative activities and various expressions of solidarity. Together, we will rethink the notion of hospitality and solidarity by inventing new ways to cooperate and collaborate within art and cultural field. In addition, the participants will learn tools and techniques to practice adaptability, flexibility, and resilience to apply their practices. The project lasts for 14 months and will have online lectures and workshops, slow art and community events supported and mediated and mentored by us. We will primarily focus on geographies where art professionals are deprived from international travel or working abroad, even prior COVID-19. At the end, up to 9 participants from Eastern Europe, Caucasus, and Central Asia will be invited to an art residency in Stuttgart. An online portal will serve as a platform for artists and cultural managers to communicate, contribute in ongoing transformative discourse, and to document the midterm and final results. We estimate the reach of 70,000 unique users via our social media and newsletters, as well as plan to build strategic partnership with educational and cultural organizations in our regions. We will also focus on the discursive production of knowledge and aim at improving the quality of theoretical, intellectual, and technical practices in dealing with online mediation. The format will focus on local stories and resources as source of inspiration. It will also provide an open space that enables individuals to do what is contextually meaningful. We will also create horizontal learning spaces, and all our proceedings will be available online. So to conclude, I would like to say that participants will translate their knowledge into practice by developing community-based art initiatives. We will provide them with funds between minimum and average salaries of 150 to 350 euros. These are the salaries in Azerbaijan and Ukraine that are very comparative, as well as we will provide them mentorship. And the final stage of digital solidarity for social change will take place in Academy Schloss Solitude in summer 2022. All on-site activities will be subject, obviously, of COVID regulations, but we have thought of doing our project so that it's very flexible. So thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you, Asli. The first question that flew in here from the jury is how the residencies are connected with the platform.
So we have started, as I mentioned, through the civil match back in summer. And our residency, and the purpose was to look for partners for art residency project. We wanted to make it physical, but due to the current circumstances, it will be digital. And all our partners are long-term partners that we know from TEH Trans-Europe Halls network, meaning Izolacja and Kultura Medialna, and Academy Schloss Solitude have already had a big experience of organizing digital residencies and digital learning processes. So we will take the knowledge of our partners and transform them into the this online platform that will have both intranet, where we could share our experiences, knowledges, organize meetings, as well as publicly available resources like online lectures and documentation of our activities.
And you said you'll get artists that normally don't have so much audience. How do I get them? So, and who are they exactly?
Well, when I say we look at the concept of global south and also the concept of otherness, because our geographies, I speak, for example, on behalf of Azerbaijan, are not always engaging into international art discourse. We are precluded of traveling abroad, most of us, because of the visa regulations, and also financially it's really different, as you see from the average salaries. It's very difficult to even afford a flight ticket to Berlin. So what we have started as a Tardino art platform, especially in the past few months during the COVID time, is to give our platform and the platform of our partners to showcase the examples of artists that live elsewhere and could benefit from digital presence. Because as it was mentioned earlier, I think by Elena, the fact that we have digital technology allows us to have our voices heard, even if we're not physically present in Berlin or elsewhere.
Okay, and last question: is there an alternative to the digital platform?
Well, as I explained earlier, we do think to organize certain activities online and offline, and the way how we will manage them will depend on several factors. And for example, right now we only could have up to 10 people gathering in Baku in Azerbaijan. So it means that we actually could have an event where we could have 10 people in our space and get our colleagues from other places to be also have this collective togetherness, but split in different geographies. But ideally, we would like to have certain on-site activities with our community. And for the 9 selected participants, we would create as a final stage an opportunity also to have an art residency in Stuttgart. Whereas our outreach with digital platform would be hundreds, if not thousands, participants.
Okay. Good luck, and thank you, Asli, for your presentation and sharing some artists' residency and digital solidarity with us. Thank you, Asli. I will now ask Sascha and Ivo to join me here on stage. And you will have the microphone to present your project on mobile open culture and innovation, MOCI.
Yes.
Will Ivo also join here, or will you?
I don't think so. I think it'll just.
No. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. Then it's Sascha. 3 minutes for you. After that, you will feel that Natya will be there with you.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Okay. Let me share my screen.
And again, to those, you can always ask questions at the event chat. Yeah, the stage chat is for the jury. The event chat that might be your last chance to raise a fresh question to a finalist. Sascha, are you ready?
Can you see my screen?
No, not yet.
So
it's the screen with the red line. You should click on it, and then it should work.
Let's see. Somehow it's not opening for me, but I mean, I don't need to share so badly. I can go.
So then I give you 30 seconds to readjust your plan, and I tell the audience and the test worked everything fine. Sascha tried out her screen, but now she will adapt to the very new normal without a screen. And if she feels mentally,
I'm going to
mentally prepared. Oh, okay, that's a very, very new normal. I can really not explain you the mobile open culture and innovation, but Sascha will be with us, and she is want to try out once more the screen, or then I give you 3 minutes without screen?
Okay, it doesn't look like it's working,
without
so I'll just go without screen. I think it's okay.
Good, then it's really 100% Sashka, no screen. Okay.
Okay.
Enjoy your 3 minutes.
Thank you so much. So hello, everybody. My name is Sashka Avanyan, and I'm extremely excited to present to you our project, the MOKI. So I want to tell you a little bit about how our team came together. So we came together over the last Civil Match conference, and basically the kind of theme that arose through a lot of the discussions during the time was the need to connect our 3 countries in the Caucasus, which is Georgia, Armenia, and Azerbaijan. So our team is made up of our partners Ivo and Timo in Germany from we have Vato in Tbilisi, who is from the Social Innovation Lab, Naila from Education Hub in Azerbaijan, and myself from Kriopia in Vanadzor in Northern Armenia. So all of our organizations already target youth and young professionals in rural areas to become local actors and drivers of social change. And we felt that it was time to join our forces in order to amplify the impact that we have in our region, specifically because we know that rural areas in our countries are not only disconnected from themselves within our borders, but also, of course, even more so disconnected across our borders. So our project is called MOKI Caucasus, and what MOKI Caucasus stands for is the Mobile Open Culture and Innovation. So in our discussions, it became very obvious that our 3 countries in the Caucasus experience very similar transformational and social challenges. And so we came together over the understanding that we really want to use the arts and our alternative forms of education to shift the mentality and leftover Soviet mindset restricting youth from taking initiative. So our MOKI prototype implements activities of non-formal education and training. Naila has been working with a lot of alternate forms of education, such as foreign theater in Azerbaijan. Here in Armenia with Kriopia, we do creative arts education for video editing and animation for youth. But really all of these kind of factors come together around what is the backbone of the MOKI, which is a virtual platform that will provide resources and tutorials within a local context to connect our network virtually. We will be targeting 8 rural communities in all 3 countries. And because MOKI works at the intersection of creative arts, open culture, social innovation, we think that it's really important to include the expertise from cultural activism in Europe and neighboring countries in order to capitalize on all of that knowledge. So our overall goals are to, of course, facilitate exchange between target actors and communities. We want to create a platform that really, in a meaningful way, connects the emerging community of rural hubs and grassroots movements in the Caucasus. And our long-term vision is to grow organically into cross-regional platforms to connect the MOKI Caucasus with the MOKI Balkans, MOKI Central Europe, and so on and so forth. Smaller projects include cookbooks and recipes that will be shared, and within each community that we target, there will be a buildup of knowledge from every other previous workshop and activity done. 2021 is just the start, and over these conversations that we've had with our team, it's been fantastic to connect and know that this really will be a long-term project. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you so much, Sashka. You adjusted to this new normal and you dealt with the challenge so well. Thank you so much. And I will now take a look on the questions. Yep, we have one question for you. Can you please sum up your concrete activities you would like to implement in 2021? And your video is off, so maybe you can come back.
My video is off?
Yes.
Oh, whoops.
But we can hear your voice. So.
Oh, bizarre. 1 second. Can you see me now?
No, but we can hear you perfectly. So maybe you can respond.
Okay. So let me talk about timeline. So basically, our program for our concept development that we will keep doing will keep going until the end of next year, and the project in spring of 2021. And as the virtual activities and physical regional activities will be happening simultaneously, of course, dependent on travel opportunities next year, which is kind of why we have these two routes of the physical Moki truck that could travel from region to region that would go on simultaneously with virtual activities. So depending on how feasible either of those are, we know that we have each of those options to fall back on. And then Moki planning phase 2 would happen in fall of next year, at which point the network would already be more established and we can start thinking about expanding the concept into other regions.
Yeah, and you were well visible during this time. Sorry for confusing you. I couldn't see you.
That's all.
Okay.
And I apologize. I know I always speak too quickly. I hope you can understand everything I'm saying.
Yeah, we could understand everything very well. So, do you have any more questions for Sashka and Ivo, who is not here with us, about your brilliant project? So I don't see any more questions, but I think I will remind people that your video in Expo Zone. So thank you so much for sending the pitch and for talking about your idea again, and goodbye.
Bye.
So I will invite Kana now to the stage one more time, and I really hope that now she can hear us. You can hear us now?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, very well, and we can see you very
Jesus
well.
Christ.
Yeah, I'm so happy.
Thank you so much for your support. I've never got so many detailed instructions on how to allow things on my browser. It was the best.
Thank you. It worked. It worked. That's perfect. So you have 3 minutes. As soon as I disappear from screen, feel free to start explaining your project idea.
Okay. Okay, so let me shortly introduce myself. My name is Anna, and I represent German organization called Coop Forum International. We found our partners. It's Ukrainian organization called Vostok SOS. And we plan to develop a project which will be called, it's rather a long name, we didn't come up with something short yet. It's called Series of Human Rights, Legal and Psychological Trainings for representatives of civil society of Belarus, Ukraine, and Russia. So we are planning to involve 4 countries in this project. I represent Germany. We already established good connections with Vostok SOS from Ukraine. We also have a very good network in Belarus, because last year, at the end of the year, I was participating in some trainings for civil society in Belarus and got to know a lot of people there. And we're also still looking for Russian organization. Our target group will be activists of civil society of Belarus, Ukraine, and Russia. As you know, activists are a vulnerable target group, often exposed to threats, especially in authoritarian and semi-authoritarian regimes. They participate in peaceful protests, but become subjects of unlawful arbitrary detention and unproportional violence by law enforcement bodies. And recently, the whole world has witnessed how activists and innocent people in Belarus were beaten up, detained, jailed, and tortured. And in this situation, they often lack skills how to behave, how to document human rights violation, how to defend their rights, how to file legal cases against their perpetrators, and just simply how to behave when you are being tortured and questioned. And we plan to develop a series of trainings on topics such as human rights, legal and psychological trainings for them. So the trainings will be conducted by experienced experts of the Ukrainian organization Vostok SOS. They have solid expertise of activism, civil society development, and defending human rights. As I don't need to remind you that for the last 6 years, there have been war ongoing in Ukraine, and the experts of the organization Vostok SOS, they have been providing legal aid, psychosocial support, and humanitarian assistance to IDPs, which are internally displaced people of Ukraine, conflict-affected people, and political prisoners who were held in the temporary occupied regions of Ukraine. And we plan to involve such speakers as legal experts who will consult representatives of the civil societies of Belarus, Ukraine, and Russia how to behave when they're being detained, held in jails, tortured, and what mechanisms exist for filing complaints and legal cases nationally and internationally after they have been released. We also plan to involve psychologists and trauma therapists, which will explain the effects of stress and trauma on the body and psyche. I'm almost done. And we also plan to involve people who went through unlawful detention or torture and will share their experience and practical advice as speakers. So that was it. I can see my hosts, which means I need to be over.
Yeah.
Hey, Julian.
That's right interpretation. Thank you, Anna, for your presentation. And yeah, we just had yesterday evening the talk on the situation in Belarus. Those who were there, yeah, felt that this project might be important to also even to some of participants that could not join because yesterday they rather preferred to go out on streets. And we had also one participant who was in prison and might have liked to know better about her human rights. That was Hannah. The one question I see here is, how do you see the added value in bringing these participants from Germany, Belarus, and Ukraine together? Do you see there any added value?
I'm not sure I completely understand you. What do you mean added value?
So is there any plus point why internationally? So why don't you could also say, well, no, we do a training for Belarusians, and that's kind of it. So can they learn from each other? And what are the plus points of international meetings?
Yeah, that's a very good question. And as I mentioned in my Julian, can I sound, please, because I can hear myself for a sec. Yeah. Can you mute yourself for a second? Because I speak and I hear my echo. Not anymore. Okay, thank you. So as I wrote, our project, it will fit into two topics topic areas. One, fostering dialogue and understanding between countries. So we kind of want to fix what our governments have done, like we want to bring people together and we want to establish dialogue between activists of Belarus, Russia, and Ukraine. And at the same time, we want to support, we want to give them help. Experts from Ukraine, professionals from Ukraine, they will come to Belarus and they will not physically come. So, for example, it can be online trainings. They will be providing, giving help, giving legal advice, giving psychological advice to people in Belarus, because we want to seize the moment. People of Belarus, they need it now, and Ukrainians already have this 6-year-long experience. And we were thinking maybe we will find some experts in Germany, also possible, because I represent German organization. I'm also very good vernetzt, I have good network here. And so we are still looking for Russian organization. That's the point. Hopefully I answered.
Yeah, and we have one more. So how does this project set up international structures of cooperation? So maybe some long-term structures.
Well, long-term structures is that the people who will benefit from the trainings, they can share this information with other people. So, we hope that this project will create kind of waves when you involve like certain circle of people, of activists who were victims, and you teach them, you train them, you give them help. And they, in their turn, for example, when they give out this information to their network, and like they share information, like where people can go, where people can apply, where people can file complaints. So in this meaning, it will be sustainable. So it won't be only limited with the people who will be involved in the project. It will be possible for those people to share their knowledge with everyone else around.
Yeah, and then also on the international sphere. That So yeah, thank you, Ganna, for your insights to the human rights trainings in Ukraine and the sharing Ukraine, Belarus, Germany. Thank you. That's the end of our pitches. And to refer to your topic, Anna, I just shared in the event chat a link that was shared yesterday from Hannah, the GoFundMe link for crowdfunding campaign that was a wish from one participant who couldn't be there because she was on the street yesterday in Minsk, just because we raised that topic now. So, but that was our 7 pitches, our 7 finalists. You have now this difficult question to go to polls and to look at your notes, look at your heart and your head, and decide one that impressed you most and click on it, and that will be our community winner. And I'm happy that Katarina in the end made it to join us, and she was here also all the time, also following all pitches. Katarina, how are your impressions?
Yes, thank you very much. First of all, I hope that you can hear me. I'm very sorry that just 1 minute before we started, the electricity broke down. This is probably also part of the new normal, and as it was so much right in time, I guess that this will bring us luck, and this will bring luck to your project proposals. Julian, can you hear me, or yes?
Yes. Yeah, very good.
Okay,
Perfect.
good.
Perfect sound.
So I'm happy to share a little bit of my impressions. I think that we had really wonderful pitches. The pitches we had, I would say they are, some of them are ready to be presented to the Federal Foreign Office. Some of them need to improve some details, but they are not very far from it. So this is something that really makes me happy. We had to decide today on 6 pitches that we have just discussed. And I would say that for them, without any doubt, you can already write down your project proposal and send it to the Federal Foreign Office. So this is something that makes me really happy. I see that you really took advantage of these 4 days of Civil Match Forum. So now what I can do is just wish you good luck for your project proposal and also for the finalists we have here.
Okay. Thank you, Katarina, for these impressions from a place where it's electricity again, or just on a phone, I guess. And that's why you couldn't write your question personally. The jury now will meet, and they have to decide now which project will get 3,000 euros, which is not a present, and you can make, and you go fly to Thailand to make holiday. But the idea of these 3,000 euros is that you may have a good, also smart idea how to use it to prepare your project